Welcome back for another book review. Today we are talking about this one. So this is Mindful Tarot, Bring a Peace-Filled Compassionate Practice to the 78 Cards by Lisa Freinkel Tishman, maybe? Maybe that's how that's supposed to be pronounced. This one. So once again, they did a great job naming the book. It fits exactly as it says. So this is about taking the tarot in a more mindful manner. So there's a lot of information on like what is mindfulness and how to look at these cards in a different way than you're going to typically find. There's different ways to view the suits, there's different ways to view kind of the major, like there's a lot of different things that mindfulness aspect comes into play before you even get into the individual cards. And like a lot of tarot books, that's what the second half of the book is just the individual cards gone through. There was kind of an attempt-ish to remove gender a little bit, to be a little bit more mindful of the modern world, but I didn't feel like it really actually did that. But the attempt was there. So I gave this one a 4 out of 5 star. So this is definitely a very different approach than you're gonna find for a lot of the books on the tarot, which honestly is kind of refreshing. Like, there's so much that you can read the same stuff basically over and over and over. So it's nice when there's a different take. Now, I would say this is probably like not a book to read cover to cover, because that's what I do. Like I just read this while I was watering our lawn, and so every time I had to like, you know, I'd get like a little break when I had to like move our hose around, but it's not the most entertaining book to read non-stop. Some of them, fantastic. This was not it. It goes a little slow. I feel like it's better digested little chunks at a time. Like a chapter a day or week would be much better than just all at once. The tone kind of got pretty boring. Like the mindfulness, like you're just kind of sitting there like, this is a little boring. It just isn't very gripping of like a writing style, but if you read it, again, a little bit at a time, you'd be fine. The last thing that is one of my biggest pet peeves is the lack of a conclusion. So you're reading, I think it was the King of Swords was the final card, and then you're just in the acknowledgements. Again, why can't you just conclude your book? Why is that so unbelievably challenging? Like, it does not take any time as an author. You can write a conclusion in 30 minutes or less. You can write 2 paragraphs, a paragraph, concluding your book. You put all the work into writing this whole thing, just write the end. Just, why? Why is there no conclusions? And thankfully there was some sources listed, which is nice. A lot of books don't do that, especially for like tarot, so I was glad to see that. But like, conclude your book. It's a personal pet peeve, but it really irks me when it's like, you're reading about the card and then you're like, and we're at the acknowledgements? Okay, bye, I guess. It's sort of like if you're in the middle of a conversation, the person just turns and walks away and you're like, okay, I guess you're leaving now? I guess that's what that is, okay. Just conclude your book. It is not that hard. It really doesn't take that much to do. So like, just conclude your book. So I would recommend this book if you are interested in the tarot in a little bit of a different way. Because if you are reading for yourself, for others, it has a lot of different views that you could take into your own readings. But if you're like brand new at tarot, you might want to read some other books first. I go back to the Living Tarot as like my main, like the tarot book, because it makes you get a text message. Anyways, the Living Tarot makes you understand your connection to the cards rather than what any kind of like other author has told you. It really makes you dive deep into those cards, where this one doesn't. It's just like a brief little like, this is a different way to kind of look at it. The other one like walks you through your journey with the cards. But if you are really interested in learning the tarot, it would be a great option to learn a little bit more about the cards. Oh, and one final thing I did want to mention is that throughout this book there are links that you can type in and find meditations to go along with what she's talking about, which I thought was really nice. I haven't looked at them personally, but the fact that they're there, it's a really nice option. So if you get the book, you can find those links and then go and listen to the meditations. It sounded like they're all going to be about 20 minutes based off of the writing. That's kind of what it gave the vibe of, which tends to be how most guided meditations are, is about 20 minutes. Obviously you can find longer ones and shorter ones, but I feel like 20 minutes is kind of like the standard. So anyways, those are my thoughts on Mindful Tarot. I would love to know your thoughts on this one in the comments down below. As always, a huge thank you to my patrons. If you would like to support me and get access to exclusive content such as my audiobooks, additional book talks, and what I am doing as a witch, it is always linked down below. If you would like to check out my books, they are linked in the description. And of course, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, so that the algorithm will let you know when I post. I try and post every single day. And until next time, thank you so much for watching. If there's a video you would like me to do, let me know in the comments. And until then, blessed be.